Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, it's one of our fast favourites, our BScast, or for those in the know, the bullshit cast. This is one where I sat down with Paul Williams and James Panas, and we, for want of a better way of putting it, we talked some shit. Check this one out. It's not one of our longer ones. But it's still a decent length. So yeah, check this out. This is Cookiecast Bullshit Cast.
We'll have it later on.
Yeah. We'll have it while I'm eating.
Eating's cheating, James. You know that.
Yeah.
Flash!
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get snitches.
So are we going here?
Get stitches.
What about snitches who get snitches?
That makes no sense.
You know, a person who's told on someone but then went and played a little bit of
Quidditch
Quidditch.
and won by getting the snitch.
Never read a book.
I am reading a book,
I've got
and
absolutely
funnily
no fucking
enough,
clue what you're talking
that
about.
book is The Goblet of Fire.
Excellent. That's the sixth one. 4 higher. That's the 10th one.
It's the fourth.
Basically, it's a little boy who gets some form of penis
I
inserted
know-
into his head.
I know what Harry
Which way
Potter.
the sky?
I know what Harry Potter is. I mean, you'd have to live on another planet if you didn't know what Harry Potter was. I'm just saying I don't really get what a snitch is in that reference.
It's a small gold. It looks like a golden golf ball that's got wings and they're really fast. And you got to catch it to win the game.
Obviously, I should have known that.
Obviously, because you know Harry Potter.
No, I know
You
who
are
he
Harry
is.
Potter. You know, because you're a lad with glasses on.
Alright, sorry, Harry Potter.
Exactly. Ta-da.
Oh,
Ha!
I get left out again.
You and your fucking 2020 vision, cock.
Can't be a bit of 2020. Mad Dog. Oh,
It's a drink, isn't it?
are you too young for Mad Dog?
What the
I
fuck
know
is
it's
Mad
2020.
Dog?
It's what the kids. So right,
I can't help if I'm only 17 years old.
in my age, it was a litre of Specky Red.
Specky Red? What the fuck is that?
You know Specky Red.
Is it a cider, Mad Dog?
I think it's never seen an apple.
Yeah.
Oh, are we back to the Perry conversation?
Which is
I knew where this is
which is
going.
the one I uploaded
I know.
today. So, yeah, because obviously we recorded that, and I was just like, right, fire and forget, and then I've had to go.
Fire and forget.
I had to go back through and code it, and I'm like, is that what we spoke about? I think celebrations were mentioned, and both me and him were like, let's not talk about it.
So it's not going on this dark path.
But yeah, Perret. It's like,
No, what did you just call it?
Hooray!
Hooray! Sorry, Poshy.
Well, I think you proved to us that, if I remember rightly, that Lambrini is a Perry.
Perry.
yeah,
Sparkling Perry.
yeah. And I proved how little I know about the alcohol game, and then decided to talk about back in the day. Went on about a load of other stuff.
So,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
so just to clarify then, you were talking about something called Mad Dog.
Mad Dog 2020.
What is it?
Let's find a picture.
So, because this is basically how it's going to start. It's going to be what was your first sort of drink of choice?
Well, from memory.
Guinness.
Really?
In fact, it might not have been Guinness. It might have been Murphy's.
Do you know what? I was going to say was it Murphy's, which that's so weird because the first beer I was drinking on a regular basis was Caffrey's. Caffrey's Cream Flow, I think it was called, or something like that.
Caffrey's.
Caffrey's was
I remember
fucking
as a
good.
really young child.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to...
Look at that.
I'm going to have to leave here now.
colour.
I'm
Why
going
are
to leave
we-
here
why
now
are we
and
not
go to
having-
Tesco and buy a 4-pack of Caffrey's now.
No one can get me a pizza.
Red grape.
Red Grape.
Red grape wine.
Red Grape variety.
So this is, I don't really remember. I recognise the reference.
The blue
I don't
ones.
think I ever drank it.
The
But
blue-
we're
blue
talking
raspberry.
We're talking basically you were drinking Alpo Pops before Alco Pops were there.
Raspberry.
Essentially.
Look at that.
No, it's gone on to
It's
like
gone.
some sort of like...
Oh,
colours or
sod
something.
off. Don't it?
Yeah. So as a really young child, like I'm talking like 10ish, right? You used to go down to my grand's on like a weekend.
You just get you.
Oh no. So you start.
Sherry James.
No, do you remember
yes, please.
the 330ml cans, Mackeson's Milk Stout?
No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember.
Get up Mackeson's.
I can't. I think I know what you're talking
Then
about.
you were drinking a milk stout.
So I remember back in the
And
day.
having a go on my granddad's pipe.
Sorry, I mean you have to phrase that better. Please, you have to phrase that better, James. Jesus Christ!
Oh wow, that's going to be a thumbnail. Pipe.
Oh,
Speaking of thumbnails, this week's is just beautiful. as well.
if James's tagline is not the pipe smoker after this, I've no idea what's happened with the world.
But yeah, I used to go into my grand's on a Saturday. I'd have the milk stout, have a go on the pipe.
Oh
It's just
wow!
making his head roll.
Yeah.
So was it like
like the little
I remember-
cans, black and white?
Yeah.
I remember seeing the can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
them bad boys.
So I
Isn't
remember
that what they prescribed to pregnant women
I don't know.
possibly.
in like the 70s and 80s when they had an iron deficiency?
Well, loads of women got told to drink Guinness when they were pregnant.
Yeah. You got an iron.
That was so weird because I
I've
remember when
never
we
had
had
an
to
iron
do.
deficiency, I can tell you.
Remember when we had to do
Blood
food
fucked up,
tech?
spot.
We had to do food tech at school, and one of the times it was to make.
This is how young he is. Even I'm only a bit older than you, but it was
Because-
not food tech.
it was
It
because-
was cooking.
No, because if you called it cooking, the teacher would tell you to get out. It's not cooking, it's food technology.
No,
it's not, is
cooking.
it? It's putting a fucking pizza in a
Bacon.
fucking oven.
When I went to school, like you'd have your different techs, and it wasn't food tech. It was
Design
cooking.
technology.
There was design,
Textiles,
which I ended up
which
doing.
became
See,
DT.
so textiles.
Sewing.
I was saying it just became
Sewing.
textiles when I started.
So basically before that was called
sewing.
sewing.
Yeah, textiles.
Which I did.
Took about 6 weeks to make a denim apron.
I made a. I think it was like a felt red telephone. My mum was really into red telephone boxes, so I think I made a felt red telephone box. So I had all those squares on.
Sorry, lads. You're never ever going to beat what I made in textiles.
Tailored suits.
It was well, it's funny. No,
It's funny.
it was a cushion, but it had Cartman on the cushion, and I've still got it. It's in my room at home.
Wow.
the word or a picture.
As in a picture of Cartman that I basically just cut myself out of freehand materials.
And embroidered it on.
And textiled it on.
Did you ever used to do that one where you get a t-shirt, you'd put glue all over it, and then like some like, so like you know like your glue gun, put glue gun all over it to draw a picture, and then you'd throw a load of paint at it, and then you'd like, and then iron it so the glue melted and came away, so you got like a cool picture on it.
No.
I have tie-dyed
Tie
before,
dyes,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, I still don't really understand. It's probably a very stupid thing to say. I still don't really understand how tie-dye worked.
You just
fully.
scrunch it up and put some elastic
Yeah,
band
scrunch
around
it
it, and then you'd.
and then tie. I mean, tie string
Yeah.
at various points.
We
Put
did
it in
elastic
different
bands.
dyes and stuff.
But that's the
And then you'd
thing.
have
So
a cool pattern.
on a t-shirt, would you have to do it so like you'd put the t-shirt flat down on the floor, and then you basically
pick
pick
it
up a
from
bunch?
the middle.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if you had to do it.
Well, you could
do
do
different
it
ones
so
or one
you
big
could
one.
bunch like the bottom corner, then bunch further up, and like make
Yeah.
like different ones, and then put it all.
And then
down.
basically, then Andy was left with outfits for what you got up to in your late teens or whatever it was, right?
So let's go back then. So
Drink.
So your
So that was very early, Max.
Yeah, I was going to say
My first drink, like, you know, when you start going
When
out,
you-
like,
if
what,
you
we
go-
talk like 16, you go
if
around
you go
your
out
mates or
around
whatever.
town or you go to your mate's house,
Yeah.
what you take with you to take to your mate's house?
Absolutely hooch.
Definitely thought it was going to say just a bottle of Absolute vodka there. I was like thinking, fucking hell,
No,
hardcore.
but that, I did get into Absolute Vodka at one point, yeah, that is my favourite vodka. But, another story. Yeah, hooch.
I still maintain to this day that the reason that I am completely unaffected by drink, and I don't mean like I can drink and not get. I mean, I get. The reason I stopped was because of like the hangovers, the crippling hangovers. The reason that it doesn't bother me in the slightest is because we grew up. Like for me, it was 10 to sort of 16 in a hotel that had a bar, and if you wanted a drink, it's like you can have half a lager if you want. And because of having that, from that age, doesn't bother me.
Well, going back to like having like a Mackeson's on a Saturday from like, I mean, I say 10, but maybe it's like 12 or something, but whatever.
Smoking
But I've always
drinking a
been from a
milk
family
stout
though, where we've always had
in
like
school
a
uniform.
drink with meal, or you know, like when you went out to pub or whatever, and you
Got
got
some
like
wine or
yeah.
something like that, man.
Well, I mean, there's still a law, isn't there? That
You can have a drink
Froth.
with a meal.
Well,
or whatever, yeah.
Well, Will pulls out his little rule book, doesn't he, in the in-betweeners and just goes, right, you've made me do this. The law states.
when he's trying to buy drink.
And then when he gets turned away, he just basically grasses everyone else up, doesn't he?
No, that's the...
Is that
He's not 18.
That is the same episode, I think, but it's later on in the episode. It's
When he's
just
rocked up
so
with
funny.
his pants and his
No,
stick and his
that's a
pants.
different one.
That's like after the levers.
That's after
drinks,
this. That's
isn't
after
it?
the
After the exams.
levers drinks. He just turns up with his shitty keks in his bag, and he just goes, "Can I get a pint, please?" "Yeah, Stella, all right." And he goes, "I don't think you heard me. I'd like a pint of lager, please." "Yeah, Stella, all right." "Yeah. In that case, can I have 2 pints of lager, please?" He sits and just funny as.
We've all been there.
Have we?
I used to be.
Have we?
There was me and another lad
Fucking can't stand Stella.
who was actually older than like my group, but he still sort of hung around with us. And then me, and we used to go to the pub that isn't there anymore. The Gym Crack in Fulford wasn't not even there anymore. I think it's. Is it flats now? Massive.
I've heard of that.
Turner's flats, and it was just like we'd go in, like all the lads would go out into the beer garden, even if it was snowing, so nobody at the bar could see them, and then me and this other lad would be like, 4 pints lager, please.
I was going to say, the big guys with the beards go up to the bar.
So at 16 it was like, I'll get the beers then, yeah. Again, at that point I was completely unfazed by it. So yeah, drinking was like, I have a lager with my tea, like 14 or whatever, because and I still to this day think that's why it doesn't overly bother
More than
me.
likely, yeah.
We had a school, like, end of school party, and my mum was like, as long as all of your friends' parents ring me and say that it's okay for them to drink, then you can all drink. It's like, cool. So, like, each parent in turn.
Oh, I honestly thought it was going to be, you all just rang each
Yeah,
other. This is so-and-so's
but it was all like during the day and stuff while we were at school, so it couldn't be.
Yeah.
But my mate Paul, he'd got his brother to go and get, not this Paul, got his brother to get a bottle of whiskey.
Of course he fucking did.
Turned up with like 8 cans of lager and a bottle of whiskey. So we're all like drinking. The whiskey gets cracked. After that, it was.
I don't think I could have even stomached whiskey.
He was
School
he was
age.
asleep in one of my neighbour's gardens, and we had to carry him.
And I like a whiskey now.
Everyone has that sort of. I think it's for some reason it's one of those drinks that I think everyone like dabbles with when they first start drinking.
early doors, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you come back round later.
But
I bet you love whiskey now.
I like whiskey
I
now.
remember, I remember going to a party at a girl who used to live at the top of our street's house. I think it was her 18th, so I must have only been like 18, 19 at the time. So I went to Tesco with my friend because she was coming with me. She bought a bottle of Mickey Finn's, which was like a schnapps-based mixery type thing. And I bought a bottle of Smoky Jim's Kentucky Bourbon.
Yes.
Drank about half the bottle. I don't even know what I would mix it with, like Coke. I might have even been drinking it neat or something, and had to be walked home by her brother. It was quite lucky because she only lived literally about like 3 minutes walk from me, so I remember walking me back and then just waking up the next morning and just think, oh, I am never drinking that whiskey.
Never
ever
drinking again until.
I think
No,
everyone
that
has
was
one
that
that
was
they've
like,
had a bad
that was like
experience
bargain
with.
basement bourbon that was like
Yeah.
scraped off the bottom of a sawdust barrel or something. That
I've
was horrible.
got a friend because when we got pissed early doors, we'd done a bottle of Pernod, and now for a long time he couldn't even touch Pernod.
But
I like it though because I can sit there and drink like Sambuca and stuff all night. Like, but I know a lot of people just
That's a
don't
point.
like that.
my mother always maintained that you would have one drink that even if you smell like it from a distance, you'd be like.
And a lot of people say
Yeah.
Pernod.
The only time.
Ben's like that with Malibu.
The only thing I can say that I would have ever come close with would have been tequila. 'Cause
I just don't like tequila.
used to be my drink.
I don't
used
like
to drink it,
tequila.
and then it turned on me,
Yeah.
and I had like 2 or 3 nights.
Did you eat the worm?
Oh, and then some. There was 2 or 3 nights of drinking tequila that just.
I just don't like it.
You've done a tequila with me in the past couple of years. We did it at the Royal Rumble.
We did.
Yeah, I mean,
And there was one left over, and we were like, that's for Stu. Oh no, wait a minute, Stu's guys won, so he gets to nominate to somebody. Looked at me, I think I was about to go. Looked at you, you were definitely about to go, so he just turned to Toots and was like, off you go, Chief. And he was like, oh no.
Yeah, I had to walk to a taxi like that.
I'll do like tequilas if we go out to like a Mexican or something or other like that. I don't like it.
I'll tell you someone who does like a tequila. Mark Laverick.
He likes anything.
That is true. I mean, if it's alcoholic, to be honest, he'll just have.
I mean, a good night out for Mav is some roasted carrots and a bottle of vodka. I'll be right. Did you? No, you never got the roasted carrots with Mav.
Never roasted carrots. He used to come in with a bag of just raw carrots.
He started roasting.
Obviously, there's the red Leicester.
I hope he's watching at some stage. Roasted carrots, right? Because like.
I've got his Twitter handle, you can tag him in
all
it.
the time, he'd be like, he eats like seeds.
I remember when he was going through that phase.
No, he was always in that phase until he'd gone out on the lash, and the next day you couldn't get enough fucking Big Macs down him.
Open up and take this barrel of Big Macs.
Oh man! But like we once went to.
No wonder he's always pissed when all he's putting inside himself is seeds and carrots, though. There's no soakage there, is there?
No. But like, he's the sort of lad who, like, if you ever are out around town and you bump into him, depending on what level of sort of pintage he's at,
absolutely hammered.
You know you're going to get a drink out of him because we once bumped it. I think it was me, him, and Toots, and we bumped into him either in Stonegate Yard or something like that. So he absolutely demanded that we go with him to Bobo Lobo and have a shot of tequila. But he was like, "Don't worry about it, boys. It won't be that bargain basement tequila. This will be off the second or third shelf in Bobo Lobo, so it's going to be good." He's pointing at me over here. I'm like stood right over there. I'm like, "Man,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you can get words out of him.
Or the story's not over."
Right.
So he obviously asked that bottle up there. How much is a shot of that? And he was like, "That'll be $7.50 a shot." And he was like, "We'll go for the one that's above that." So he poured it out and he was like, "Yeah, that's £32, please, mate." He was like, "I don't have any cash on me." Take credit card. So he paid He paid over 30 quid for 3 shots of tequila.
I've been out with Mav when he can't even talk. I've
got there.
I've been out with Mav where I can only describe as trying to bite air.
Oh my god, I have seen him doing that. And it is hilarious. And it's both hilarious and slightly terrifying.
Yeah.
I was at work. Mav needs a. Why do I feel the other person was Tom?
They used to hang out quite a lot. So.
Left work. We'll see you at the pub. Yeah, see you at the pub because loads of people going. See you at the pub.
I've heard this story.
Yeah? This was 5:30.
Mm. Was it our Christmas do?
I got there at 6. So 30 minutes, and I'm like, "Mav, you all right, mate? You look a bit worse for wear, buddy." And he was just like,
because he weighs like 8 stone and just drinks like
that was the leaving do after loads of people got made redundant. Or had taken voluntary redundancy.
Oh, see, I probably wasn't invited to that since
I don't think you were.
Since when people got made redundant, that's basically when I moved to.
I was going to say you weren't even in the department at that point.
Well, no, because when people got made redundant off my team, they were like, "Not making you redundant. You can just have someone else's job who hasn't been made redundant." So,
wow. But yeah, I remember going into that and just thinking, why is he so battered? Is he only really like 45 minutes?
My first night out, like with the team, because I think I joined the department. It would have been like October 2013, so it must have been just after that. But my first, like within a couple of months, I'd gone out on like a team night out, and him and Sean.
It's because Mav tries to keep pace with him. And that's never ever going to work. He's like twice the size of him.
Yeah.
Legitimately, he's twice the size of him.
I've been out again. I thought this was where you were going to go. I've been out where it's like we're going to go out after work. And a few of us will go. I think it was like the Hop, maybe. Left work at 4. This is in Welly Row. Gone out. And like by about 6 or something, we're just having something to eat. We just had a steady couple of hours. Mav comes in 6 o'clock. He's already on the shorts.
Of course he is.
Him and I don't know his name, Johnny something. I think he's not around with.
Oh my God! What the hell is his name?
They were both just on
Johnny
like,
Reed.
That's the guy.
both just on the whiskies at like 6 o'clock.
Sam-
and I'm like, whoa.
Sam's a big fan of Johnny Reed. Tells me many
Stories.
So, I have a story. Because I'm sitting there going, anybody who's listening or watching right now is going, who the fuck are they talking about? And I was like, that which brings me nicely on. It's talking about the listeners. Our listeners. So,
What do they drink?
well, let's
Oh
find
my
out.
God! Comment, share.
Let's
If you've
find
got any
out.
drinks we've not mentioned or even tried,
It's
get them in the comments and we'll try them
This
live on the air.
This commenting thing's not gone so well so far, though, has it?
I've been back recently and looked through and stuff. There's all sorts of stuff.
Is there?
Yeah, there's all sorts of like. If you go like all the way back into the depths, because what's nice is we are approaching our 100th episode.
Listen, just because he doesn't reply to tweets, doesn't mean he doesn't look at the comments on YouTube.
Now this, it won't be this. It'll be the football one later. Will on one of our platforms be the 100th podcast. On the other platform, it'll be the 99th.
Do you know what's going to be weird, though?
Gonna have to work out what the fuck's going on there.
This is absolutely going to go out way after this football one you're now talking about, though. So it'll be
Because
like,
the football
oh
is
yeah,
regular,
we had
they
a
won't
bunch
know
of,
which
yeah. Alright.
So, obviously, back in the deep dark depths of setting up the podcast, it was how to get the podcast out into the world, and the main focus was iTunes, so that it appears on podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Yes. So there was all these different ways to go about doing it. One of it was to send it to YouTube and then have YouTube send it to iTunes. Between the two of them, they've stopped that being an option. So it turned out that we had to use SoundCloud. SoundCloud off to iTunes. Everybody's a winner. Job done. SoundCloud in the last week, because you got to get the app these days. Got to get the app. SoundCloud in the last week have gone, yeah, we're not going to update the app anymore. So I was sat right there the other night. I'll just make sure the podcast's uploaded. Right, the podcast uploaded. What the hell's going on? Just about to press play on a movie. I'm like, downstairs, check the internet. Podcast there. Has uploaded. What's going on? Back to the app. Why aren't you updating? Update. Nothing. Like a few days later, I looked and there's like a banner. I'm like, what does this banner actually say? Oh, if you want analytics, download the SoundCloud analytics app. That's been there a few days. This app's not updating anymore. Went onto it. Went onto the store. All the reviews are literally, why can't you do this in the normal app? Why have you just created a second app to do this? Just one after another. Like, it scored quite badly and stuff. But there's a long-winded way of getting around too. Here is the app with all the analytics. Ooh. So I had a conversation with Paul Williams, and you will be pleased to hear top played tracks in the last 7 days. Number 1, you can't see the forest for the trees. Number 1, top played track.
So number 1 is the top played track in the last 7 days.
So
No,
the number 1 top played track in the last 7 days
is one of our podcasts.
is
I thought you meant number 1.
No,
Oh.
as in
is-
number 1
it's
being
the last one.
the
It's number
top.
7.
Oh, right, okay.
Number 7.
So then that makes more sense to me.
You will be pleased to hear that of the top 3 podcasts,
I'm on all of them.
you're on 2 of the 3.
No, that's bullshit. I want to be on all 3.
I didn't realise podcasts
Start
happen.
playing
With,
some games then.
I didn't realise podcasts happen without it.
I was amazed to hear one the other day. James plays.
James play. What did
It
James
should
play?
it should really be James plays with Paul.
I'm pretty sure there's podcast
So we've had
evidence of me going,
Smoking
Paul
a
should be
pipe.
on,
eating
Hey.
a worm.
James,
and James plays with Paul. But I'm pretty sure there's podcast evidence of me going, Paul should be on all podcasts as a guest, no matter what. It was after...
He's got a face for the podcast, don't you? That's fine.
Face for radio, what?
Cheeky bastard.
So, the analytics quite good. You get a lot of breakdown. So, let's see. Do you want to know what the time of day that people listen to the podcast the most?
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for that information all my life.
It's 3 o'clock, apparently.
Oh, you've got to make him work for this.
3 o'clock?
Excuse me.
What time do you think it would be?
Afternoon time.
Don't be giving him the next one. You make him earn it.
Is this the new quiz?
Don't be giving away that, that fresh.
Is this
fresh
the new
meat
quiz? Or has he already told you all this?
Now then, did we decide what we were going to do about the top listeners? Are we giving them like a name, a full name shout out, or we're just?
Well, they might not want that, but they might also appreciate it.
So
it's making them famous because.
I mean, in
famous.
the YouTube world, normally you have to give the shout out to the top Patreons, don't you?
Oh my God! When do we move on to Patreon? No.
When somebody actually gives a shit. So, in the last 7 days, of the 4 countries, the top 4 countries, would you like to guess one of the top 4 countries?
I'd love to.
Go.
Cuba.
Is not one of the top 4 countries.
Cuba.
No. In all seriousness, well, presumably the UK.
The UK is number 1.
Yeah.
No surprises. Our UK fan base is strong. Paul.
Tell me he doesn't already know this, though.
I do already know this, but I'm gonna.
But do you know of the 4? Do you know all 4?
I think so.
Oh well, if he already knows, screw
Right,
that.
go on then.
I'll go. America
Is number 2. America, United States. The United States of America.
Seriously, if you get
If you probably not get.
You should get number 3 because he's already mentioned it. But number 4, you will have no chance of getting.
right. He's already mentioned it.
He mentioned it downstairs.
Downstairs, right? Okay. Japan.
Japan is.
Is that the one we
number
mentioned
5.
downstairs? Yeah. I thought you
And,
said
and
Yokohama.
the third is Armenia.
You did actually say that, but I wouldn't have.
So basically, as soon as you said that, I was just like, "What the fuck's Mkhitaryan's family doing listening to our podcast?"
Obviously, the only Armenians.
Yeah,
going.
obviously.
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it
gonna
out
be
a
a
little
gang
bit
on us.
further.
Well, he's only an Irishman.
Push it a little further.
Mkhitaryan.
So there's if you extend it, then there's another country.
Ooh, hello.
You know, big shout out to the Indonesian fans.
Yeah, boy.
So let's go. Let's drop this puppy down a touch.
I mean, how do we know whether these are actual users or whether it's just one of us guys just using a bot?
What, changing an IP address?
So the top rated
That shit.
cities of the 12 top rated cities. Would you like to guess the number 1?
Presumably, it's the UK.
cities.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no,
the number
in
1
the UK.
is in the UK.
Right. So cities. Well, logic dictates that it's going to be York.
Is the correct answer. So I'm going to give you a rundown.
Yeah.
As I said to Paul, number 2, no surprises, was Hull.
How many people do we have in Hull? Just the
Stu.
one. But we know he's pretty avid.
We know a man who, as I've said to you before, and if you hadn't been sick the other day, I was going to text you and go, Stu is a one-man podcasting machine. He does his own promotion.
He does more promotion than any of us put
He turns
together.
up proper prepared.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've seen the exercise book.
Oh,
I
that's amazing.
coded that podcast the other day, and I was like, he keeps you on track. He keeps it flowing. He knows where we're going next.
Do you know why that
as
is?
As far as podcast concerned, he is on the money.
Do you know why
Big
that
shout
is?
out to Stu.
Because he listens to podcasts.
Yeah.
You don't listen to podcasts, do you? So you don't really understand how the formats work. and
He's
stuff
mentioned
like that.
before. He's listened to some.
I listen to
Football.
some, but they're rambly as well.
Number 3.
I'm not here. I'm here to be moulded, not drive this. Producer Andy is here to keep it on track.
Producer Andy!
Number 3.
City-wise,
Don't you dare!
what?
Don't you dare!
What?
This is a guessing game.
Right.
But he's not.
Is it a city? Is it a city
Definitely
or a town?
not a city. I would have gone with a village.
Oh. Because I was gonna think probably like Newcastle.
It depends how well you know. Oh, Matt. I don't know if Matt listens to him, to be honest with you. Depends how well you know Hull.
This isn't Hull. This is Yorkshire.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Hull's in
basically,
Yorkshire.
It's basically Hull. It's on the way to Hull.
I don't know what's on the way to Hull.
I believe it would be Driffield.
So Driffield is 4th. 3rd is Beverley.
Which is similar.
Similar.
Driffield, isn't it? Yeah.
So you've got to pretty much go through, well, not quite through Beverley to get to Hull.
So obviously, big shout out to the Irish Massive, because, you know, the Belfast crew are...
No!
Because they love our Irish accents. Now then, do you know anything about why Malton might be on there? Being from near,
but
near your way.
I absolutely don't listen to these podcasts.
I 100% do that. So this is where we get down into the real money. So listen to this, right? I'm
I bet you've
sorry.
got some leads on there, right?
I am sorry to our Armenian listeners. I'm definitely going to get where you live completely wrong. Yerevan in Armenia.
Well, it's like Yerevan.
Yeah, let's go with that. Makassar in Indonesia. Yokohama in Japan.
Boy! They know how to make a tyre.
Clapham. You know, Del Boy's getting on the listening to the podcast. Nottingham.
We've actually got a fan.
We don't have a fan in Middlesbrough, sadly, which is fucking horseshit.
And San Diego.
San Diego! Literally translated means a whale's vagina.
Without naming them, I know someone who listens to this from Leeds.
Do you?
I do.
Actually, from Leeds?
Yeah.
As in literally lives in the LS postcode?
Yes.
And it doesn't show up on there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So much so that, because, you know when we did
Are they subscribed? Or do
maybe
they just
probably not. Because she did notice.
She?
Yeah.
She's changed it.
Well, she looks out because of Toots. You can work it out. But she did point out the other day. She was like, I was watching your thing, and then there was one video. There was one video there, and then suddenly in the next video there was a different man in your seat. Who's that man? I was like, oh, that's Stu. Who's Stu? Well, it's just a guy.
Now, that's not the YouTube watches, is it? That's the...
So this is
SoundCloud
SoundCloud essentially,
yeah.
which is basically iTunes.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how the Molten one's on there, because although I might have just flicked on one on YouTube, I have absolutely not done it for iTunes, or... So that's not me.
I do know who it might be if it wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, those are the stats. We've had some likes, we've had some followers. We had a like yesterday. I don't know. Actually, yeah. If you are one of these people, if you live in Indonesia, and you want me to say your name, then let us know. I don't, like, should I start reading this list of names that I've got here of people like, oh, I like that? Or should I not?
Oh my god, do we even throw out as much as if you want to get in touch with us and be on the podcast?
Well, we were saying, so we actually looked up how far it was to fly to
Yeveren or whatever it was.
You're on fucking drugs.
To Armenia.
You're on fucking drugs!
7 hours 55 minutes.
No, it was over 7 hours 59 minutes. I think the idea was that because you can't fly direct there, I think it was just basically saying it's longer than 8 hours, but they can't narrow it down because they don't know how long it's going to take to fly to.
Where
the
would you
nearest
even
place.
fly?
I'm assuming that whatever the capital of Armenia is must have.
Yerevan.
I don't think Yerevan or Yeveren or wherever it is the capital. But I'm assuming you have to fly to the capital and then either get a smaller plane to where it is you're going, or get a train or
A truck.
a bus, or
So I said we'll fly
van.
out. We'll all fly out. Turn up on the doorstep. Knock. Hi, how you doing? It's us. They'll be like, oh my god, this is the greatest day of my life. We're like, brought you some merchandise.
Greatest day of my
So,
life.
have you seen the T-shirt
number
I've
one,
printed?
do we have merchandise? And number two, what if you get all the way and rather than going the greatest day of life, they go,
I
just
pressed
followed,
on it by
you just followed
accident.
something else.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, lads, but unfortunately, I thought I was looking for Cookiecast.
So I'm not going to spoil this.
Cookiecast. This isn't the first
It
thing you get.
isn't the first. I'm not going to spoil this for the viewers, but did I show you the picture? I sent you the picture that I'm using for the T-shirts.
It's not him, is
For the
it?
Football Podcast T-shirt. This is going smack on the front.
That's definitely going to be viewable.
I love how he's picked the video, the picture though, where you're not in a Middlesbrough top on a Middlesbrough podcast.
Fucking bullshit.
So the person in Armenia is going to get a T-shirt. That T-shirt, they're going to get a banner, a Cookiecast banner to put up in their bedroom, a hat, signed photograph of individual signed photographs. The works.
What, 8 by 10?
We're going to give them the works. Well, Paul will give them the works. We'll all stand outside and wait. Well. So yeah, I just thought I'd give a little bit of insight. I find shit like that interesting because I'm like, the fuck? Somebody in Japan's listening to the podcast?
That is quite
Cool.
interesting. I mean, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see if it can break the analytics down even more and sort of say whether it is a case of it's listened from start to finish,
So
or if it's just a case of it's just been put on and sort
YouTube
of.
give me so YouTube will say you've had this many watches, this many subscribers, this many this, that and the other over the last month, and then it breaks it down to minutes listened. So if it says you've had like 200 views of this one podcast, let's say, it will then tell you how many minutes were listened to. So I've looked at some and gone, so that's only registered because somebody's put it on for 3 minutes. And gone, no, alright,
Who are these two jokers? This is boring.
It's two jokers.
So yeah, YouTube does really good, and they email that to you once a month. I get an email from. I can show you it now.
So what they need to do is, these people who like it already, comment on what you want us to do, because we'll just do anything for likes.
I mean, that
Essentially.
sounds incredibly vague, and
I am not signing.
yeah, I mean
You
that
are?
is very silly, James.
Yeah?
You're going to talk yourself into a bit of a hole.
Kill yourselves.
Just put some sort of spike through that ear internally.
Yeah.
They get
I hate the sound of your voice. Can you do something about it?
Can you talk in a different accent?
Can you talk with a different face? I hate looking.
And this is when we reveal that that's not really your accent.
Jags on you, Cobbers.
There you go. You've got the Australasian likes
Oh my
coming
God.
in right now.
When we get a listener in Canberra, sorted.
It might be the capital of Australia, Andy.
Is that not Melbourne?
That'll be the capital of Victoria.
Who's Victoria?
Oh my God! What
I
was
like
that?
geography. We should do a
Turn it into
geography
a dolphin.
quiz one day.
Geography cast.
Geography cast.
I'll be up for a little
I
geography.
have trouble finding my own house. You can name all the countries without on a globe without them just by
Absolutely cannot.
I've seen you do it.
No, I think you got like 3 American states from the outline once. I've got a little. I'll tell you now, whether you want to answer it now or later. It might be interesting, it might not be. So, there are, I think it's 8. I'll have to go and check, because I got asked this at the weekend and I only got 6 or 7 of them. 8 European capital cities beginning with B.
Mm-hmm.
He's already.
How do you reckon you could?
He's already done it. That's why he went. Yes.
Right. So
Yes, there is.
There's 8. I got 7, but the 7th was on a hint.
right.
Well.
Belfast,
Yeah,
Berlin,
yeah,
Budapest,
yeah,
Bucharest,
yeah. Those two always come together, don't they? Yeah. Are you counting?
Bratislava,
Yeah, 5.
Is Bern the capital of Switzerland?
Yes.
Oh.
That's a good one, is that?
Oh, is it not Geneva? Or is Geneva just where all the sort of like nice shit goes down?
Well,
Well,
I
all
was told it
conventions
was
are.
Bern.
Oh! Oh, droll, very droll.
Just
you-
European capital.
Yeah, so you need 2 more, right?
You're going to have to say something because it's been just like...
And
silence.
Belarus.
That's a country.
I'm just gonna have to go and check.
He's gonna have to Google it.
I know.
He
I
doesn't actually know.
I think I can remember one. I'm missing one now, but it's one of the easier ones.
Oh, no need to rub it in.
I mean, you know,
You've
he's
done well.
basically
You've-
saying
you've-
get that nice cone hat on with a big D on the front.
Oh, God. Gutted. Got a message off Keep the other day just saying, are you still interested in sort of starting up a band or something? Because I've managed to source a guitarist. I was like...
Oh yeah, you were going to be the drummer, weren't you? Singer
I
drummer.
sold my drum kit like
Phil
4
Collins.
weeks ago.
Why?
Because it never got set up. It was just in the corner,
Wow.
just collecting dust, and I managed to get £100 for it. So it was like,
Wowza.
And I mean, I've never actually seen him playing a drum kit. It's just whenever we're in the pub, just the music comes on. He's like,
I can show you a video of me playing. And I
yes.
can,
Well, you showed me a video before, and you actually can't see you playing. You can just see you doing something and James doing something.
Ew.
Was it on one of those websites? That, speaking of which,
All right, I can't actually find where I got.
did you
this.
see the Arrested Development announcement?
I didn't. I saw tweets where they said, "Oh, we'll announce it when we're good and ready," or something like that. Is
Oh.
it Series 6?
15th of March.
All right, I found
Series
them.
6.
Yeah,
I got these 2.
I'm not.
You two discuss something amongst you. I'm going to
Yeah.
try and think of these.
Because the one that I struggled with was Burn. One of them's outrageous, but it was the first one I got, strangely. There you go. Do you want me to set you a quiz? Then we can all just sit there going... "Mm."
Well, I don't want to talk about quizzes too soon because.
You've got an
Got a good one
absolute doozy.
later.
Well,
Have I got
I
any
did text
sustenance
you.
before it? I know you did, but you know what
you
I'm
know,
like at work.
you know, oh, what's this? What's this thing in front of me that I don't understand? This technology nonsense.
Oh, I was probably distracted by the fact that you were just trying to get me to like converse in like in a shared link conversation or something or other today.
I definitely wasn't.
Was that not
doing
you? Was that Keep? There was
So
some
he
kind of-
set one up.
Was that you? I didn't even notice. I just kept getting
I feel like I've been in 2 of those today.
I was only in one and I didn't even look at it. But all I kept was notifications of it's gone orange again. Like, has someone said anything? Oh no, someone else has just joined the chat. And then it went there, and then someone said something, and then suddenly, because it goes orange every time anything changes, doesn't it? It's like someone's just left the chat. Then another person left the chat. I'm like, can you leave me alone?
Yeah, I just got down to.
And then you
one-
get then one
there's
person
one
an hour later
participant.
goes, only just seen this.
That was him. One participant, I'm like, hang on a minute, that's me. Close.
I was definitely in last, to tell you. So yeah, so I was too busy just getting riled at that to be looking at texts.
Well,
Yeah, I saw
didn't-
you said what quiz did you want?
yeah, I went back and listened to not only last week's football. I went back and listened to the one before because I'm like, I'm sure he said
I
I
think it
challenged the stats mystery.
Championship based rather than Premier League based.
Well,
I realise that's a bit.
well, to give you
More
the
difficult.
opportunity. Oh, he's got it.
I haven't.
To give you the opportunity to, because I'm pretty sure it's like 5-2 now. You get the other quiz.
Oh, okay.
The stats mistress listened, and she has got your back.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, when he wins,
It's
it's
gonna
going to be
be
like
bad.
because it's proper
Forest.
artistic. it's for all the people who suffer with artism out there.
Oh.
I'm getting nowhere with these.
Go
Do you want
on,
me to just tell you?
clue it up.
Clue.
Clue it up.
Clue time.
So the clue that I was given for one of them
It's
was
a capital
Novak
city.
Djokovic.
So that's Serbia. I don't know what the capital of Serbia is.
Right, okay. So I did get it from that. Do you want that one?
Yeah.
It's Belgrade.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Of course it is.
And then the other one, which I got randomly, I was trying to think how I can. I don't really know a clue for it. There is. I'll tell you what. It's a Grand Prix destination. That helps.
Give us the first letter of the country.
B.
I thought you were going to say the first letter of the answer.
It's B.
A. Oh, God, he says Armenia right now.
For those Armenian listeners out there.
Wow.
It's not Armenia.
Austria? No, that's Vienna. A.
Again, I have this.
Oh! Azerbaijan? Baku.
There you go.
Azerbaijan's a bit one of those weird ones because it's like right on the border of
It's
Eurasia.
It's on an old Russian. That's where a lot of the.
Armenia falls in there as well, which probably makes
I
sense.
feel like a new word.
When we looked at the
how often you get someone
while
to say
Armenian
because
Eurasia.
when we looked at the map for Armenia, there was an awful lot of sort of Russian text.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
For the places in the country.
I think it's like we've got Eastern
So
Bloc.
it probably falls into the Soviet
Yeah,
state and stuff like that.
yeah. I mean that's where a lot of like Russia's oil.
Azerbaijan.
Comes
Because
out,
Azerbaijan's quite a rich country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they've taken it back for themselves.
Well, it was the sponsor of Atletico Madrid for a couple of seasons, wasn't it?
Was it?
Just Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
Basically sponsored by an entire country. So when,
in fairness, our
Sheffield United-
Man City kind of are.
Well,
Yeah.
Sheffield United had a Malta.
Did they?
Just visit Malta on their shirt for a couple of
Please,
seasons.
now.
Please, we need some
We could do a whole football cast on
shirt sponsors. That's a quiz in itself. There.
Yeah. We might have to do some kind of on the screen with a camera at the screen for people to participate in, but we can make that happen.
Well, like I've said, I mean, really, we should be running like the tinterweb through the big screen.
Oh my word!
Because it's easy enough done. You just plug out.
I think we get Leanne in with like a little pointer. Just
because she will.
Speaking of which, what are we?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably.
Need to bring it to an end.
Just cheeky half an hour.
Should we call it there then?
Please do.
yeah.
I feel we've talked about absolutely nothing
Absolutely not.
for a certain
No,
amount
we've
of time.
had. Let's just summarise here. We've had
Talk about our
analytics.
lovely.
We've had some
lovely
stats
listeners.
going on there.
We've had a little bit of a blast from the past in people we used to work with.
Drink.
We've had a little bit of a blast from the past of things we used to drink before we knew better.
It's weird how the bullshit cast is actually taking on a format. Because last time there was loads of talk about alcohol and loads of mention of people that we work with. So yeah, the format is coming thick and fast on this one.
Exquisite.
Speaking
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of coming thick and fast,
Oh dear.
Oi. Right, I'm going to just do my thing with.
What, on camera?
So there you go then. What did you think to that? Another podcast in the bag, another bullshit cast done. More podcasts to come in the future, and a few more like this, I dare say. For you YouTube watchers, make sure you're a YouTube subscriber. Tell a friend that make them a YouTube subscriber as well. Drop us a comment in the comments box and click for notifications. Everybody should jump over to the Cookiecast.com. Check out our website, check out our social media feeds, send us some social media love, even drop us an email. You can do all of that from the website. So yep, there we go. That's another one in the bag. Until next time, I'll say bye-bye and I'll catch you then. Bye.